Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Giovanni Leone arrives for Liverpool medical ahead of £26 million transfer. Giovanni Leone has landed in the UK for his medical with Liverpool, with a move from Parma worth upwards of £26 million set to be confirmed this week. Liverpool agreed a deal with Parma on Wednesday night worth an initial £26 million plus add-ons, fending off competition from clubs in Italy and elsewhere in the Premier League. This as Anfield understands there are no plans to loan the centre-back out, despite earlier claims, with Leone due to join Arne Slot's first-team squad immediately. First he is required to pass a medical, which will take place on Merseyside, and the 18-year-old landed in Manchester around lunchtime on Thursday. Leone will report to the AXA training centre to undergo tests before signing a long-term contract, posing for photographs and conducting an interview with the club's official channels. He is likely to meet some of his new teammates for the first time, as they continue to work at the training ground ahead of Friday's clash with Bournemouth. Leone will not be in contention for the Premier League opener however, as clubs are required to register players by midday of the last working day before a game in order to be eligible. Liverpool could still announce their latest signing before the 8 p.m. kickoff, and the Italy Youth International is likely to be in the stands at Anfield. The £26 million plus deal will bring this summer's spending to at least £321.2 million, with scope for a significant further outlay as the club pursue Crystal Palace centre-back Mark Guéhi and Newcastle striker Alexander Isak. But the Reds have also brought in £191 million from sales so far, including big money moves for Luis Diaz, £65.6 million, Darwin Núñez, £46 million, and Jarell Quansah, £35 million. Leone will effectively replace Quansah in the squad after the Englishman switched to Bayer Leverkusen earlier in the summer. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool's secret transfer agent in Alexander Isak race. Virgil van Dijk video resurfaces after latest comments. An incident between Virgil van Dijk and Alexander Isak took place earlier this year. Virgil van Dijk has gone public in recent days to not so subtly order the Liverpool hierarchy to sign Alexander Isak. After the Reds tasted defeat in the Community Shield, many pointed towards defensive reinforcements being the key. Hugo Ekitike, a former Newcastle United target on more than one occasion, impressed and scored just 3 minutes into his debut. Was this really a team that needed a £150 million striker? Van Dijk certainly thought so. Well, we just lost Darwin Núñez, he went to Saudi Arabia, and we lost Luis Diaz, obviously, he went to Bayern, he told TalkSport. I think there's always room for an attacker in order to strengthen us, so let's see what the window brings in terms of the balance of the team. I think we have more than enough options to be good enough to win the Premier League again. This is where I focus on myself. With the players we have, we should be able to win against Crystal Palace and score. That's actually what we did as well. Newcastle fans will remember Van Dijk slyly having a word in Isak's ear following the cup final earlier this year. The Dutchman shook hands with several Toon players but paid special attention to Isak, who scored the second in the 2-1 win. He received a wry smile, with the Newcastle striker also returning a few words. This seemed an innocuous exchange at the time until Isak's recent actions. The Swede has effectively gone on strike at St James' Park to pursue a move to Liverpool. Isak has not kicked a ball in pre-season and is training alone ahead of the new campaign. Speaking to reporters and even club legend Alan Shearer last season, Isak confirmed he is happy at Newcastle. But since Van Dijk's comments at the weekend, his summer conduct and a revisit of the post-match Carabao Cup final chat, many are starting to believe the striker always had an ulterior motive. Howe told reporters on Saturday that the Isak decision, ultimately, is out of his hands. He said, "That's a decision that I won't make. That will be for other people to make. For me, I'm just trying to manage the situation and manage the team, most importantly, manage the group of players that I'm working with day to day, that I love coaching and helping. We're focusing on Aston Villa. Everything else, to a degree, from my perspective, is not in my control, so it's not my focus. That's not something I'm aware of, whether Isak has been told he must stay. Of course, there are discussions going on all the time that I'm not party to. I have no knowledge of that. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is, he's an absolute joke. New Liverpool signing is already receiving high praise. Liverpool poised to land Parma star Giovanni Leone. Liverpool are closing in on a major signing as they push to bring Parma's rising star Giovani Leone to Anfield. The 18-year-old centre-back, already a Serie A regular, is attracting widespread attention across Italy, yet the Reds are moving decisively to secure his signature. Leone made his top-flight breakthrough last season, showing remarkable composure and maturity despite only turning 18 during the campaign. His performances have placed him among the most highly regarded young defenders in the country, with every elite Italian club reportedly interested. Sources close to the negotiations believe Liverpool are on the verge of completing a deal. One insider described the teenager to Anfield Watch as a rare talent, saying, "He would be such a good signing. Natural leader, huge character, for an 18-year-old, he's an absolute joke physically." Rising reputation in Italy. Standing at 6'5", Leone's physical presence is impossible to ignore. While he may not be the fastest defender in Europe, he dominates aerial battles, reads the game with intelligence and passes reliably over short distances. His ability to recover possession consistently has drawn admiration from scouts across the continent. The teenager's rapid progression with Parma has been one of the most talked about stories in Italian football over the past year. His performances have given the impression of a player far beyond his years, leading many to believe he could develop into one of the best defenders of his generation. Liverpool's long-term vision. Liverpool's interest is not just about the here and now. Signing Leone before the current transfer window closes offers the added benefit of him qualifying as a homegrown player by the time he turns 21. This is a rare opportunity for the club to combine elite potential with valuable squad registration advantages. The Reds, under Arne Slot, are fresh from winning the Premier League in his debut season and have clear ambitions to strengthen in key positions. The club's recruitment strategy continues to focus on acquiring players who can grow into long-term leaders, and Leone fits that profile perfectly. Why this move matters. Bringing Leone to Merseyside would not only bolster Liverpool's defensive depth but also signal their intent to remain at the forefront of English and European football. The teenager's combination of size, character, and natural leadership suggests he could anchor the Reds' defense for years to come. While no deal is ever certain until pen meets paper, all indications point towards a swift conclusion. Liverpool appear determined to provide the platform for Giovanni Leone to fulfill his enormous potential. If secured, this could be a transfer remembered as the beginning of a glittering Anfield career. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.